This is Jeff.
And this is Cindy.
And this is All right, well, today at French Press Authority, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Cindy.
And today we're going to talk about how to make
French press coffee.
All right, this is one of the most widely searched items all over Google, believe it or not. And we are the experts to show you how to do it. Now, there are a lot of different ways to make French press coffee. This is one of the more advanced ways. We're going to throw in a couple of new techniques and tips. So, Cindy, why don't you walk us through the items that we're looking at right now?
We have whole bean coffee.
Okay, does it matter what kind of coffee?
Not really. You'll find your favorites. The French press itself.
And what kind is that, by the way?
That's a Bodum, Chambord, I believe.
Chambord.
Chambord.
Okay, how many ounces?
34.
Okay.
Then we have the grinder and an electric kettle. It's removable from the base. So.
All right. So the first step we're going to do is fill our kettle up with filtered water. You don't need this nice countertop unit here built in. You can use a regular water filter pitcher. And we're going to start the process here with a scale. First off, it looks like Cindy teared out the scale, added the cup, and now what are you doing?
We're adding in 50. We've just figured out that for us it works best to have 50 grams of coffee beans.
Okay, so remember that 50 grams. We're going to talk about that important combination of temperature, weight, and time. But 50 grams is what we recommend for the best cup of French press coffee. Okay, so here we've got the 50 grams. And you do a nice job of petting the counter there. What are you doing there exactly?
Showing that the countertop would get dirty if we didn't cover it, so we're going to cover it with a towel.
Oh, so you're throwing in the towel already?
Yeah.
Okay, kind of. Okay, so is there a certain technique you're using here with the towel?
No, just lay it flat and get it underneath the grinder so that you catch all the grounds that might come.
Okay, so we don't have to do this, but you're just doing this because it makes cleanup easier, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay, all right. So we have our Capresso grinder, which you can buy at most retail shops for around $90. It's got some really nice settings to it. So walk us through what you're doing.
I'm putting the beans in the grinder, and then I'm making sure it's set at a coarse setting, which is best for French press.
Perfect. Okay.
And then I'm setting a timer.
Okay, so this timer thing, that's kind of cool, but is it really that important?
Not really, because I already have it weighed out how many ounces or grams we're going to be using. So it will just stop in case I would have to walk away for any reason.
Okay. So one thing of note when you're making French press coffee is have your coffee pre-boiled. And then it can rest for a couple of minutes while you're grinding your coffee, but you'll get the most extraction and the best flavor if you boil your coffee first and then grind your beans. And then once that's done, you're going to be able to add it to the French press and start the process.
You wanted to boil your water first.
That's what I said. Didn't I say that?
No.
Maybe I said that. I guess we'll go back and look at the tape. Okay, so boil the water first. Now we're adding the ground coffee at the coarse setting with the grinder. Okay, now Cindy's going to pour the water in. So talk us through this process here.
We want to make sure and cover as many of the beans as possible. The grounds as possible.
And it's getting this foamy thing. What's that all about?
It is the coffee grounds are starting to extract coffee. So
you call that the bloom?
Right.
Blooming. Okay, so we're going to set this timer here for 1 minute.
Now we're going to assume that we've waited a minute.
Okay, now we're using a chopstick. Any kind of wood stick is preferable over metal so you don't break your beaker. And we're going to give it like 6 stirs just to kind of make sure we get the grounds and the water all together. Now we're going to set the timer for another 3 minutes. And, this is where things kind of change around a little bit. Again, this is a more advanced approach. If you've got the time, we're going to wait the 3 minutes. And then let's take a look at the next process. Uh-oh, look at that. Your towel has got filth on it. What's up with that? Well,
good
at least it's on the towel and not on the cupboard, right?
Right.
All right.
All you have to do is shake it out.
Now you shake it out. Now you got a dirty sink. I guess it's better than the sink, though. There. Okay, now what are you doing?
I'm skimming off the grounds that are still at the top.
Skimming.
Yes.
Okay. So you take, you're getting rid of the bloom, as they call it, all of the froth, the extraction of the coffee. You're getting rid of the major grounds, but also getting rid of some of the fines, and that's important because when you do that, it makes your coffee taste better, less muddy. Okay, now it's time for the grade plunge. So talk us through this process, Cindy.
We're going to go slowly so that we press it evenly and none of the grounds come out of the side. And the clear coffee is going to stay on the top, and all the grounds will be at the bottom.
Okay, and if we go too fast, what could happen? You could burn yourself, I guess, right? All right, so now it's time
to enjoy the coffee.
I think we can cut this part out, edit out. Finally, after a few minutes here, we can enjoy the coffee. It looks like a pretty sweet cup. Look at that, nearly pristine. I would say dang near perfect.
It's going to be delicious.
This truly is the most perfect cup of coffee using a French press. I think everybody else that made a French press video is going to be pretty jealous. And there you are, enjoying your coffee. Awesome. It's a beautiful sight. All right, folks, thanks for joining us. Come back again.